Ciao a tutti, come state? Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rebecca Bailey and I do videos about Italy, the UK, because I'm from the UK. Anyway, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow this thing. Anyway, let's talk about food. Let's talk about food in Italy, and I'm going to give you guys some tips. Anybody that's wanted to come to Italy and to live or holiday. Anyway, so there's no secret that Italians are passionate about food. They absolutely love and they adore their food, and they're very, very protective over their food. Okay, guys, there's just no secret there. But what you hear about the way Italians are with food outside of Italy is different compared to when you live in Italy. Amp that up, whatever you think, times it by 3, okay? Because it's real. The passion is real. Sorry guys, I had to change location because there's a lot of noise around. I'm not even sure if I'm looking in the right place, if I should be looking here or if I should be looking here. So if this video is a bit off, excuse me. Alright, so number 1, just don't have anything negative to say about the food, guys. Just don't do it. Especially don't do it to Italians. Don't even do it to your Italian boyfriend, your Italian girlfriend. Just don't bother say anything. If you wanna come out alive, just don't say anything. Okay? Just say okay, Because the other day I was at a dinner table with some friends of my boyfriend, and we got talking. I met a guy. One of his friends lives in the UK. He's a student there. So we was just making general comparisons. We was having a good conversation, you know. I thought that we was on the right page together. Then he mentioned something about the biscuits, and I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, the biscuits in the UK. There's so much more variety. There's so much more this. There's so much more that. Whereas in Italy, the biscuits are, you know, kind of like they're all quite plain. And then I just saw everybody around the dinner table just stop and look at me. Even my boyfriend turned against me, guys, and they were like this. Then I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, I've got nothing to say on the subject of the best biscuits. They're just nice. So if you want a peaceful life, just don't bother, guys. Honestly, just save yourself. It's not a battle you're ever going to win. So just talk about the food with your family when you're on the phone, or with somebody, with an expat, because they might understand what you're talking about. Okay, because, you know, Italian people, they generally often think that their food is the best, and they have this in their mind for many reasons. Obviously, because of the Mediterranean diet is very talked about all over the world, and you know, they have statistics to back that people live longer in Italy and all those things. So they say it with their chest that their food is the best. All right, and sometimes that can be quite hurtful to somebody else and somebody else's cuisine. But I guess when you're in Italy, sometimes you just got to, you don't let the ego get involved. Okay, if that's what you think, that's okay. If that's what you think, if you think your food is the best, that's fine. All right, it's the best to them. It's the best to them. So that's what you've just go along with it. Honestly, save yourself. All right, what else? Yeah, so it's just sometimes it's respect. You respect their food and you just hope that they respect yours, and that's sometimes just not the case. And another thing, when you have your partner, you might cook certain meals for them, and in the beginning they might be very happy to try new things or whatever, and you might be like, okay, pasta, you know, for you pasta could just be pasta. You like pasta, but you don't love it as much as they love it. They could probably eat pasta 2 or 3 times a week, whereas you could eat pasta maybe once a week, or once every 2 weeks. But for them, pasta is life. They love their pasta. So sometimes having a balance in a relationship with food, or a friendship with food, sometimes can be a little bit more one-sided towards the Italian way of life. Of course, you're in Italy, but if you're in a mixed household with 2 people from different cultures, different nationalities, sometimes there should be compromise, but you might find that you're eating more Italian meals or whatever, and the person doesn't have the same love for your meal that you love, for things that you love back in the UK, and you make it. They don't have the same passion for it, just like you maybe don't have the same passion when they make something their Italian dish. So that's something you've got to know. So learn to praise the food. If you eat something and it's nice, learn to praise and say, oh, buono, well done, buono. They love it, guys. Please, they'll be your best friend. They love it. You taste anything, even if you put something into your mouth and you taste it, say something. Don't ever, maybe someone says, oh, try this ice cream. Italian says, try this ice cream, and you walk away, you don't say anything. That is rude. I think that's probably rude everywhere, but it's maybe 10 times more the problem here. So just appreciate it. It's nice. Say something about the food. You often find around a dinner table, for example, if I go to my boyfriend's family's house and we're having a dinner, and it's just a casual dinner, maybe the mom's cooked pasta al pomodoro, which is just tomatoes with pasta, and it's just plain. To me, that is something just quite plain. It's something that I've never really made in the UK because I've never seen a fuss about just eating, pomodoro with pasta. For me, it's not anything to write home about. It's not anything to go crazy about. But here you'll see people eat it and they'll compliment, oh, buono, nice, it's nice. They'll say it's nice, and you kind of got to kind of learn to, say the good things, say the things that you like about the meal, for example. And you will find that around a dinner table, for example, if I'm around a dinner table with my boyfriend's family, everybody just naturally compliments the food. Buono, 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 buono. And you learn that you have to say something. And if you don't like it, my advice would be to you say, just compliment something nice about the food. Like, the pomodoro is very sweet. Or ask a question about the food. Oh, how long did it take you to cook this pasta? You understand? Say something. Say something. But that's what I find generally. I'm not talking for every household. I'm not talking for everybody. I'm talking from my experience, and this is what I find. So if I don't like it, or if it's just okay, if it's just something simple, but everybody else is giving the compliments, and I just find it and I'm finding it hard to say something different, then I just compliment it in the best way. All right. And of course, you always say thank you for a meal. That's standard everywhere, I would think. All right. So just don't say anything negative. I'm saving your life there. And yeah, Italian people sometimes I find what I'm seeing is the focus on ingredients and the story behind the food. Yeah, focus on ingredients and the story behind the food. Like, oh, this is a certain olive oil and it's from Puglia. The olives were picked from the tree and the olives fell from the tree in a certain way. Okay, and they'll tell you the story with passion, guys. They'll tell you with passion. You might try it and you don't notice any different. It's almost like for them the story makes it more tasty. You know what I mean? The story makes the dish more tasty. You'll find that. But for you, it's like, oh, okay, all right. And there's always tends to be a story behind something or the ingredients, and they're always happy, which is really, really nice. They're always happy to explain and to talk to you about it. If you're a foodie, Italy is completely perfect for you. Me, I'm not a foodie, all right? I like food, I eat food to survive and to live and to get by, but I wouldn't say I'm a big foodie. Somebody like my sister now, she's a big foodie. She would probably really love talking about different flavors and different this and different that and this. But I think the average person is not a foodie. This is what I think, I don't know. But I'm only talking from my point of view, guys, so please don't get offended by what I'm saying. Is that a bird? My God, give me a break. Yeah, and the emphasis here is it's a lot of what we would say. And this is not to insult, it's basic ingredients, like things are light. Like they'll make, my boyfriend cooks chicken. I don't eat chicken, by the way, but he would make chicken and he would maybe just use some olive oil and some basilico, or some olive oil and some rosemary, and that's it. Whereas back in my past, when I used to eat meat, I would make I would season up the meat for a long time. I'll chop some onions with it, I'll make it seasoned. And I'm from a Caribbean background as well, guys, so remember that when we're talking about British and Italian, my influence is Caribbean and of course the British, but yeah. So things will be seasoned up overnight, maybe chop up the onions, put the seasoning on it, mix it up and do all those good things. Whereas he just likes it, I would say plain and simple. He might say something else. So just can you see the differences? But just understand them. That's the first thing you need to do, and not be offended. Because you know, a lot of people, they like spicy foods. They like really tasty type of dishes and something nice. That's what we might compare. This is why some people might say that, you know, the Mediterranean diet or the Italian diet is not, they're not in love with it, okay? Because it's not spicy, because it's not as tasty as their food or whatever. I think everybody's got their own meaning on what their favorite food is or what the best food is, and that's just it. It's my opinion anyway. And yeah, the Mediterranean diet is cool. I like the fruits and the vegetables here, guys. I like the emphasis on less chemicals, where things are grown, why, and I understand why they read ingredients. So I understand why they like products that are made in Italy as opposed to a different country, maybe Spain or something that's come from Brazil, because of the chemicals that's added and stuff like that. I get it. I say not the tastiest. So I think that's basically it, guys. Focus on the ingredients, story behind all the food. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you guys got some hints and some tips on it. But always be respectful. This is what I would say. The takeaway from this video is always be respectful for other people's dishes and their meals, and just always try something when somebody makes it. And I find for Italian people, food is love, and food is their love language, a lot of them, and especially for mother-in-laws, sometimes the way that they show their love is by making food and seeing your reaction to the food. So just be mindful of that and spread the love. All right, guys, well, thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. Ciao.